Fermentation is an ancient technique that has been practiced by various cultures around the world for thousands of years. People have used it for centuries to preserve food, ensuring they had sustenance during times when fresh produce was not available. This process might seem magical as it transforms simple ingredients into complex flavors and textures. However, it's pure science. It involves tiny organisms called microbes, which include bacteria, yeasts, and molds. These microorganisms play a crucial role in the fermentation process. These microbes transform raw ingredients by breaking down sugars and starches into alcohol or acids. This not only preserves the food but also enhances its flavor and texture. They create delicious and nutritious foods that are enjoyed by people all over the world. From tangy yogurt to savory cheese, the variety of fermented foods is vast and diverse. Fermentation is more than just preservation. It enhances flavors, making them more complex and enjoyable. The process can turn simple ingredients into gourmet delights. It also boosts the nutritional value of food. Fermented foods are rich in probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that support gut health. They also contain higher levels of vitamins and minerals compared to their non-fermented counterparts. Examples of fermented foods are yogurt, cheese, bread, and sauerkraut. Each of these foods has its own unique fermentation process and health benefits. These foods are not only tasty but also offer numerous health benefits. They can improve digestion, boost the immune system, and even enhance mental health. They are also beneficial for our health. Incorporating fermented foods into your diet can lead to a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. So, next time you enjoy a bite of cheese or a spoonful of yogurt, remember the ancient art of fermentation and the incredible journey your food has taken to reach your plate. Microorganisms are the heart of fermentation. Bacteria, yeasts, and molds are key players. They break down carbohydrates in food. This process creates various byproducts. These include lactic acid, alcohol, and carbon dioxide. Lactic acid bacteria are essential. They play a vital role in fermenting yogurt, cheese, and sauerkraut. Yeasts are famous for their role in bread making. They produce carbon dioxide, making the dough rise. Yogurt is a classic fermented food. It starts with milk. Specific bacteria are added, like and. These bacteria ferment the milk sugar, lactose. This process produces lactic acid. Lactic acid gives yogurt its tangy flavor. It also thickens the milk. Yogurt is rich in probiotics. Probiotics are good bacteria. They support our digestive system. Cheese making is a more complex form of fermentation. It involves multiple steps. It starts with milk. Rennet is added to the milk. Rennet is an enzyme that curdles the milk. Bacteria then ferment the curds. This process develops the cheese's texture and flavor. Different types of bacteria create different cheeses. For example, give Swiss cheese its characteristic holes. The aging process also plays a crucial role in developing the final cheese flavor. Bread making relies on the power of yeast. Yeast, a single-celled microorganism, plays a crucial role in the transformation of simple ingredients into delicious bread. When yeast is added to dough, it begins a fascinating process that has been perfected over centuries. Yeast consumes sugars in the dough. These sugars are naturally present in the flour or can be added separately. As the yeast feeds on these sugars, it begins to grow and multiply, creating a dynamic environment within the dough. It releases carbon dioxide as a byproduct. This carbon dioxide forms tiny bubbles within the dough, which are essential for the bread's texture. The more active the yeast, the more bubbles are produced, leading to a lighter and fluffier bread. This gas gets trapped in the dough. As the dough continues to rise, these bubbles expand, causing the dough to increase in volume. This process is known as fermentation, and it is a critical step in bread making. It makes the dough rise, creating a light and airy texture. The texture of the bread is directly influenced by the amount of gas produced and trapped within the dough. This is why proper kneading and resting times are essential for achieving the perfect loaf. The type of flour, the amount of yeast, and the fermentation time all influence the flavor and texture of the bread. Different flours, such as whole wheat or rye, can add unique flavors and textures. The amount of yeast used can speed up or slow down the fermentation process, affecting the final product. Sourdough bread is a special type. Unlike regular bread, sourdough uses a natural starter made from wild yeast and bacteria. This starter is cultivated over time and requires careful maintenance. It uses wild yeast and bacteria for a unique tangy flavor. The interaction between the wild yeast and bacteria not only helps the dough rise but also imparts a distinctive sour taste that sourdough enthusiasts love. This complex fermentation process can take several days, but the result is a bread with a rich, deep flavor and a chewy texture that is unmatched by other types of bread. Sauerkraut is fermented cabbage. It's a traditional food in many cultures. It starts with shredded cabbage. Salt is added to the cabbage. It's then left to ferment in its own juices. And bacteria are essential. They ferment the sugars in the cabbage. This creates lactic acid, giving sauerkraut its sour taste and crunchy texture. Fermented foods are found in almost every cuisine worldwide. Each culture boasts its unique fermented delicacies. Kimchi, a spicy fermented cabbage, hails from Korea. Miso, a fermented soybean paste, is a staple in Japan. Kefir, a fermented milk drink, originated in Eastern Europe. These diverse foods reflect the ingenuity of different cultures. They found ways to preserve food and enhance flavor using natural processes. Fermentation is more than just a food preservation technique. It's an ancient practice that has been passed down through generations, transforming the way we eat and live. It's a testament to the power of microbes. These tiny organisms work tirelessly behind the scenes, breaking down complex compounds and creating new flavors and textures. They transform simple ingredients into flavorful and nutritious foods. From yogurt's tangy goodness, which pairs perfectly with fresh fruits and honey, to the complex flavors of cheese, ranging from the sharpness of cheddar to the creamy richness of blue cheese, from the satisfying texture of bread, which owes its airy structure to the fermentation process, to the digestive benefits of sauerkraut, which is packed with probiotics that support gut health. Fermented foods enrich our lives in countless ways. They offer a diverse range of flavors and textures, making our meals more exciting and enjoyable. Embrace the world of fermentation. It's a journey that connects us to our culinary heritage and opens up a world of new tastes and experiences. Incorporate these foods into your diet. Whether it's adding a dollop of kimchi to your sandwich, mixing some miso into your salad dressing, or enjoying a bowl of yogurt for breakfast, you'll not only enjoy their delicious flavors, but also reap their numerous health benefits. Fermented foods are rich in probiotics, which can improve digestion, boost the immune system, and even enhance mental health. So take a step towards a healthier and more flavorful life. Embrace the delicious world of fermentation, and discover the magic that these ancient techniques can bring to your table.